Good morning everyone, it's Lance here, best day ever MTB, and it's e-bike review day, and we've got a really cool one for you today. It's the 2022 Specialized Turbo Levo. This is the Expert in size S3. Now if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I've had a Levo before. That was my first e-bike, and I'm keen to see what changes they've made. First change, well, they've shortened up the chainstay, and they've done that by making it a mullet, 27.5 at the back, 29 at the front. They've also made adjustable geometry. You can actually, there's a flip chip here at the back, you can actually make the chainstay shorter, which will obviously have the effect of changing the handling of the bike and also lowering that bottom bracket. You can also change the head angle. Comes factory as 64.5 degree head angle, but you can slacken it all the way out to 63 and all the way back up to 65.5 depending on your preference. Now probably should point out one thing at this point. You probably watch loads of reviews, and a lot of these guys, they get sent bikes by the manufacturer. They've got them for months and they can do all sorts of tests. Me, to be honest, I'm just a small little guy in New Zealand with a GoPro, so I pretty much have to beg, borrow or steal. And today I've gone down the borrow route. Someone's very kindly, or stupidly, not sure on that one, but has given me their very expensive bike to play with for the day. But I've only got it for the day, so I'm not going to be able to play with the geometry, but I'm going to give it a bit of a shred and I'll let you know what I think of it. Alright, what else about this bike? It's a 160/150 bike, got a beautiful set of Fox 38s up the front, matched out the back with a X2 rear shock. Now, when the Levo first came out, it was a 150/150, and a lot of people I knew put a 160 fork on the front. I guess a bit more travel slackened it out. So obviously Specialized have listened, and they've come straight out the box. It's got some pretty other cool toys on it. Code RS brakes, so you can't really complain at that, can you? That's pretty nice. And also swanky drivetrain to match. It's got the SRAM Eagle 12-speed X01, so that's pretty cool. Motor, it's definitely got one of these, 90 Newton meter Bros motor. Now I was a little bit confused on this one because I looked on the website, had a really good look, and they don't use the word Bros anywhere on the thing. They just say turbo 2.2 motor or something like that. So, but apparently it is a Bros motor. Now if you're familiar with, I've had the original one and it had a rubber band in it and the thing kept snapping, and one of the reasons I changed from the Levo was the motor kept failing. But I believe that's been improved, and hopefully that is no longer an issue with the new model. Got matched up here with a 700 watt hour battery. I always think big is better. Not everyone agrees on that, but yeah, I'm a big fan of bigger is better. I guess the other thing that I haven't mentioned is this thing comes with this cool display and electronics and all sort of fancy stuff. But to be honest, I'm just gagging to take this thing for a ride. So let's do that, and we'll talk more about that on the way around, eh? All right, let's go. Alright, I must admit, so far super impressed with the suspension on this thing. Really amazingly plush. Just feels like you can throw the thing around. Doesn't make a noise either, it's really quiet. Doesn't seem to have that terrible rattle that some of them have. This size is down as an S3. Interestingly, it's got a 452 reach on it, I believe, which is exactly the same as my large Levo. Saying that, the seat post really struggled again to get this one high enough for me without sort of playing with the cable, so can't actually climb it that well, but guess we're not going to climb it that much today. As for the old brakes, must admit when I first got in they were squealing a little bit, but they've been working faultlessly since then. Really nice. The guy who had it set up quite differently to me, so yeah, I've adjusted all the reach and everything to have it and the positioning so I can have it just how I like it. Drivetrain, kind of as you'd expect, pretty faultless. All right, a couple of little jumps here.
Must have been like this set of 38s on the front. I think I might see if I can't steal them if he doesn't notice. They're super plush. There we go.
All right, I'm not going to lie, I'm having a lot of fun. This bike is awesome. It's really quiet, really plush, just seems to jump, just seems to handle really well. But I wanted to talk to you about a few of the other features that I've just noticed on this thing. First of all, let me show you the battery where you plug it in. It used to have this horrible little flap that didn't seem very waterproof, and I even managed to kick out while riding once. But I'll show you what it looks like now. All right, so get a gander at this thing. So it's got like a little lever, if I've got it right. Probably not. There we go. See, that opens there, and then again, if I've done it there, and then you pull that out, and then you plug it in there. So it seems a lot more secure than the old system. The other thing that we need to talk about is the display on this thing. This thing, I think, is just light years ahead of everybody else. Some of the others, I mean, to be honest, are seriously ugly. Got things attached to your handlebars, and it just doesn't look great. But let me show you what we've got here. All right, so on the handlebar, you've got this lovely little ergonomic button here, up and down, and there's another little button here on the top. And then you've simply got this display here on the top tube, and you can go through, there's turbo, trail, eco, and then you can press this button on the top and it'll change the screen. You can see it shows battery 72%. I must admit, big fan over having like just 5 bars. I like to see a number, and I believe you can scroll through another one and you've got sort of any information that you want on that display. Now, I believe you can actually use your phone, your mission control app, and you can actually customize that screen so that you can display whatever information you want on it, whether it's range or distance traveled or altitude or anything like that. So there's apparently a massive combination of range of ways you can set it up. So that's seriously cool. Certainly beats clunky displays attached to the handlebars anyway. The other thing that I haven't tried, but I did read about, is a thing called micro-tune, where you can just go up in 10% increments by pressing the button. Again, that sounds pretty cool. So yeah, really like the Specialized display and setup. Seriously cool.
All right, we're going to do a track called Skid. This is one of my favorite ones out here. A few jumps. Really enjoying jumping this thing. The rear suspension, well, and the fork is unbelievably plush. Super impressed. You know, I've sort of been a bit of a coil fan lately, but this air shock is really, I'm absolutely loving it. Feels incredibly poppy. You can just lift the thing in the air without much effort. One thing that is a little bit strange is that I've done it 3 times now. I've actually buzzed my shorts on the rear wheel while jumping. Whoa! Hey! They got you thinking, didn't it? Whoa, that's a bit skitty too. All right, as I said before, I ran out of track there for a while. We're going to do the rest of these jumps. Oh, look how high this thing pops. Oh, that's a beautiful. Oh, I'm so loving this thing. Woo! Woo-hee! Oh, went a bit sideways. This bike is just so flickable. Just want to throw the end about. Whoa! It's actually got Maxxis tyres on it. It doesn't come with it, it comes with a Specialized, but the owner of this bike has swapped them out almost immediately, I think. So I guess we're not really going to talk about tyres. Yeah, boy. This thing is ridiculously good fun.
All right, well, that's the end of the day on the 2022 Specialized Turbo Levo. So I guess the question is, what did I think of the bike? Well, let's start with the things I really didn't like about the bike. Can't believe I'm going to say this, but I actually in the whole day didn't find anything I really didn't like about the bike. It's possibly, maybe I need the S4 rather than the S3, but really enjoyed how playful this thing was. The suspension was absolutely phenomenal, super quiet, drivetrain, well, you'd expect it to be good. Brakes were good. Really liked the display on this thing. I think this is how it should be on a bike. Nice and tidy cockpit. This thing, nice, easy. I can read the battery number. Really, really cool. If you enjoyed the video and you found it helpful, I'd love it if you subscribe. The more subscribers we get, the more chance we get to review bikes like this and make cool videos for you. So anyway, leave us a comment, thumbs up, like, and we'll see you on the next one. You reckon I could have it for like another week, you reckon?
No, I want it back, hey.
A couple more days?
No, today.
Yeah.
No, come on. I'll have it back now.
I want to keep it.